My second term on the Torrance City Council. I was first elected in 2018 at large, so the whole city voted for me. And George Chen and I actually ran the first time in 2018 and beat out the incumbent. So that was a great, quite a bit of a task. You know, first time really going all out against the machine. Because we are fighting the machine. The machine is not just a Democrat machine, by the way. The Republican has a machine against candidates like ourselves. So keep that in mind. And we're fighting. Individuals like George Chen and I are fighting the right and the left. And I could only say one thing. That sucks. That sucks. Because we should be united. The Democrats are united. The Democrats work as a whole. We're fractured. Republicans, we're fractured. So it makes our job to try to get elected that much harder. But we prevailed. We prevailed. George Chen won every election. Now, of course, I've endorsed them and he endorsed me as well. Now, there's one thing. Yes, I am the outspoken one on the council. I get that. Okay, but I do speak from the heart. Okay, if I tell you something, it's because I really mean it. And if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm really going to do it. If you look at my campaign materials, all the way back to even 2014, when I first ran and lost, you can't say that I didn't push for each and everything that I promised. One of my first accomplishments in 2018. Just 1 month into it, when everybody was telling me, get your feet wet, just sit there and just vote, and don't start, causing too much trouble. Why not? Why not? We're on a timer, just like tonight, we're on a timer, right? So you got those 4 years to get things accomplished. And as you well know, government is slow. It's slow at getting stuff done. But more importantly, you need 4 votes. So you do need to play nice in the sandbox. But I do disagree with certain things that we just can't go against our core values to try to be nice. Sometimes you just have to punch them in the face, right? Not literally, you know what I'm saying. So I'm running for treasurer, and a lot of you probably think, why are you running for treasurer? You're a pretty awesome councilman. Well, I am termed out. The city of Torrance has 2 consecutive terms. But if you do stay out 1 full term, so 4 years, you can actually come back and run again. And so, anyways, Torrance City Treasurer position is an open seat. The incumbent is not running. He had mentioned that he wasn't going to run. That's Treasurer Goodrich. Former council member as well. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I'm a numbers guy. I've run companies bringing in millions and millions and millions of dollars a year, up to 185 agents in my own company, Mattucci Real Estate. We've since downsized. Politics kind of took, we'll call it a front burner. I had a manufacturing company in Italy importing formal wear, men's formal wear, for over 600 stores, serving a lot of people. We were pretty much in every state, including Puerto Rico. So when somebody tells me, what do you know? You're just a real estate broker. What do you know about numbers? Trust me, I know numbers. I know numbers very well. As a matter of fact, it's a passion of mine to know numbers enough to actually teach classes for Keller Williams about numbers. But anyways, I actually love to answer questions more than me just talking about myself, man. I'm gonna do it anyways. Yes, ma'am.
One thing, because I noticed you on the council.
If I may use my time to answer questions.
Okay.
Because I don't know if they want to hear about me.
Your formal speaking time is up.
Okay.
And now you can answer the first question. You can ask the first question, Nancy.
Tough rules in here. Thank you, Scott.
Well, I noticed you on the council, and you're the level-headed one.
It depends who you talk to.
I've noticed pretty level-headed, and the council could be doing this, that, and the other, but when you speak, they listen.
Well, I don't know if they, yeah, I appreciate that, yeah.
Yeah,
I really do.
Aurelio.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Aurelio.
I try to use a little bit of common sense, which is not all too common. And so I try to really put that in every decision I make. I make bad decisions on the dais. Who hasn't? You know, and a lot of times you operate on emotion, and we need to stop doing that. We need to stop doing that. So I've made my mistakes on the dais, but after 8 years, I've learned quite a bit. One thing that I've learned is that we spend way too much money. So, and I gotta say, you know, Mayor George Chan and I have been really pushing to cut spending, and we have quite a bit. We have over 200 job openings that we're purposely keeping vacated. And hopefully, I'm thinking hopefully eventually in the near future, we could actually eliminate those jobs. Okay, sorry. Can you guys hear me in the back? So the idea is to actually cut spending more than keep on taxing our citizens. I always voted against tax hikes, Measure X, Measure SST, bullshit. I love using that word bullshit. It was a bunch of bullshit. It was sold to the people with one way. Oh, we're gonna have to cut services. Oh, please, you're gonna die in your house. You know, we're not gonna be able to come on time. It's always the same bullshit that they use. I was very against it. I voted against it, and I advocated against it, but the people of Torrance voted for it, so I respect their vote, but that's what happened with that.
Great. You've answered a lot of these questions like what you just said. Except one, should expense allowances be audited with an annual report of each council person?
They pretty much do. I mean, it's all public record, every expense. Some of the expenses that it actually received the most, I guess, criticism is our travel expenses. Keep in mind, for somebody like me, when I'm away, I'm not making money. I'm not working. So if I go to a conference, we got a conference next month in DC. It's not all fun and games. I mean, we go there to learn. We go to advocate on behalf of the people of Torrance. And yes, it costs money, but we're not flying first class. We're not staying at the Ritz-Carlton. We're literally just traveling for a few days on behalf of the people of Torrance. So that's where most of the criticism comes from. But to answer your question, yes, audit, not yearly, monthly, weekly, whatever the case is. I mean, what we spend is what we spend. It's all on paper.
Very good. That's all the questions I have. Does anybody have any questions for Aurelio before we send him out of the room? Wow, you get to watch the planes take off.